Okay, we're back. I was gonna show you how to do this last one, so I get you a full coil and a plug change on this '06 Jeep Liberty. So I'm gonna turn this around here. Okay, so this one here is going to be your easiest one right here, and I'm gonna show you how I removed this plug right here. Basically, I just push down on that with my screwdriver right there, and then push back on it with your fingers, and off she comes. Real easy, especially when you get back here in the back for this driver's side or passenger side. Back in the back, it's tough to get all your hands and stuff back there, so the screwdriver kind of helped. So this is a number 10 millimeter right there for the coil. And again, this is just like one little bitty turn past finger tight. And you might want to have a magnet, extendable magnet, just in case you drop one of these boogers down into the manifold. It helps. So we'll put that up there. You pull this off of that first. This is for your radiator line, and it sits like that. Just pop it right off. Set it up there. And then the coil basically is ready to come out at this point. So just kind of wiggle it a little bit and pull it right straight up and out. And to be honest with you, I can't see anything with these coils. They all look just fine to me. I don't know. Kind of leaving them in order so I can number which ones came where. So I'll grab my new spark plug here. All my spark plugs look good. I don't know. This 5/8 spark plug remover. And it's spark plug remover. This is a spark plug remover because it's got this little rubber grommet in the end, right? It kind of sucks onto the spark plug. Because you could see it's way down there in that hole. So, you know, couldn't hardly, I didn't need my needle nose to get it out of there. So you just slide that down in there like so. And it'll index over that spark plug. And these aren't very tight neither. A little bit tighter than those nuts, but I mean, you don't want them to wiggle out. I don't know that they can, but I've had it happen older vehicles. That's a booger, but so you put that, see how it holds that spark plug right in there? Isn't that sweet? Damn things. So throw that with my pile of what I feel is perfectly good spark plugs. Just better darn work. That's all I gotta say. And so, anyway, I'll show you here. You just take your little, come on baby, get up there. Take your little socket and you just put that sucker in there, and it kind of hits that rubber neoprene in there, and then you just wiggle it around, line it up, and just barely get the spark plug down into it, right? Just barely. And then you come back, slide her down in that hole down there, and believe it or not, it'll index, and you just kind of start turning it there till it gets hand tight. You want to do these should be really easy till it gets tight. I mean, it should just spin with your fingers until it gets tight. If you have to muscle it or crank on it or whatever, you got some bad threads, you need to address that. But and then as far as tightness goes, you don't need them that tight. Somebody's probably going to get on here and go, well, you dumb hillbilly, you don't need them that tight. But you know what? I've had them come out on me before. It was a 70s model, but it came out, and there's nothing worse than trying to work on one of those. Here's my little trick with the Phillips, or that's a needle nose. Bada bing, bada boom. You can pull that right out. I've had them come off on me though, and it's a heck of a job finger tighten a hotter than hell spark plug back in on the side of the road when it's way back there. And this is back before the coils were on each one. Only to have to do it 5 or 6 miles later down the road, it worked its way out again. So, and here's my last coil. And again, I'm putting these in dry. I haven't put any juice on them. I kind of feel like it's down there in a hole, and they came out dry. And I'm just indexing that down in there, putting it over the bolt, and then just kind of wiggling her down onto it. And I can tell by the depth of the bolt here. And then put the screw on. And I can tell by the depth of the bolt with the screw on that that is pretty darn close to the rest of them. Pretty darn close to the rest of them. So I know I'm indexed down. You just kind of wiggle it back and forth and get it on there. Again, that's probably gonna. I shouldn't even post this, but it's probably gonna be other people get on here and go, that guy don't know jack. Well, this video's for people that don't know jack, but want to save several $100s having it done for them. Incidentally, it was $200 roughly for the 6 coils that are factory OEM style, and the plugs. And I didn't get jacked up plug. I got NGK, and they're like 7 something a pop. So, and they look really pretty. I mean, they're. And now again, I'm just barely past finger. Could probably use my needle nose and undo that. And I'll pull this back, and then you just into your snap. We'll put this back on here like so, and that indexes into that. And we got this back up to here. That one's on. I got this one right here. I'll just pull it around till it's even. Snap that hose in like so. Okay. And then I'm going to pull this back and put it back on the screws. Right? Okay, you can see that's indexed back on the screws. There's my screws. I'll put that back on there. I think these were 10s also. So you'll need a deep socket 10 millimeter. It's like anything smaller than 7/16 or a ½ inch on this thing is all 10 millimeters, seems like. And let's see. We'll take this. Plenty of extensions. I tell you, if you got extensions, keep them. This is just plastic, so be real careful. Sorry about the filming here. Be real careful not to overdo it. You just, again, you don't want this falling off on you on the side, going down the road and leaking all your antifreeze out. Okay, and then the last one is right here beside the carburetor. Is a last little clip for your hose, and I'm just making sure that it's all lined up and not rubbing on anything. It's in the other clips. We'll pull it up and clip it in like so. And the last thing is to put the inlet boot back on, and I'm wiggling that down until it indexes. Just making sure that it's up against the tab back here all the way around. There's a little tab on the mouth of the carburetor, for lack of the whatever clinical term, fuel injection mount or whatever. And then this one goes on like so until it's on. And oh, I have that in my pocket. It's a 5/16 nut driver. This works real good. Forget those darn screwdrivers. You just end up cutting your finger up even worse. Incidentally, in the making of this film, no children, no animals, no Jeeps, and just maybe a little bit on an old man got hurt. That was it. Everybody else came out okay. Especially my baby Jeep. And don't let anybody tell you nothing about a Liberty not being a Jeep. This little booger's a billy goat. Works good for me. Okay, so I think that's it. Everything. Get my flashlights, tools. I think I have got all the plugs back in there. I need to clean my engine. All the plugs are back on. Okay. Let's double check everything here. That's back on. That's hooked up. Oh, we don't need that in there. I think we're good to go. So let's see what happens. Give her a start here. Where's my keys? What I was doing was I fired it up this morning, first thing, and it was first thing, and it was stumbling, misfiring, and I couldn't get it to throw any codes. So it's an 06 Jeep Liberty. She ain't stumbling no more. But engine light's still on, so I'll lift the battery, get to clear that code, and monitor it over the next few days. I'll let you know if anything changes. But it sure sounds like we got her. Oh yeah, it's a lot smoother. So at any rate, thank you. It's November 11th, and that's my Jeep Liberty right there, baby. All right. I'll try and post this later if I figure that out. Thanks. Bye.